The Moto G has become the pinnacle of budget phones, and the 2015 third edition of the Moto G seems to continue to carry that tradition. So we jump in to find out how well this phone handles with its new features, new functions, and if this is something that's really worth picking up. So taking a closer look at the Moto G 3rd Gen 2015, we have the back cover open. There are a couple of things you can do with this device. You can use it, you can create a with Moto Maker to change the back covers and accents. As you can see there, it's got a micro SD expansion up to 32 gigabytes, of course with the SIM card slot. And of course that will work depending on your carrier. Now, as I said, the accents can be changed through Moto Maker. You can get different colors and variants. Now, the camera at the back is a 13 megapixel camera, same you find in Nexus 6 dual LED flash, as well as that dimple now has been dropped down a little bit better. The design accents look great in this device, and I do like the way it looks. Now, make sure you seal that back cover properly, because this is a water resistant device, IPX7, which means of course you can put it in water for up to 30 minutes over a meter. Now the display here is a 5-inch 720p display, PPI of 294, Gorilla Glass 3, a 5 megapixel front facing camera. There's no flash there, and this is running Android 5.1.1, so giving you a very fast and fluid experience, because it's also combined with a Snapdragon 410 processor, quad-core processor clocked at 1.4 gigahertz. Now, in terms of options, you can either get it with 8 or 16 gigabytes, and you can get it either with 1 gig or 2 gigs of RAM, 1 gig for the 8, 1 gig for the 16, and 2 gigs for the 16. Pricing started at $179. Like you see there, Android 5.1.1 is what we're running. Now, in terms of battery life, this thing is powered by a 2470 milliamp battery, which means that you should get over 24 hours of battery life. You can see I have 24% left, and that should give me about 15 hours. But in my use case scenario, literally, this has been about 30 hours of use. Now, this is moderate use, not heavy use, but battery life has been spectacular on this device. Continue that trend that you expect from the Moto G. So that's something a lot of people would definitely enjoy with the increased size and also some of the different functionalities. Now, the twist action is still there, so to activate the camera, you've got that close to stock camera experience with a few Motorola additives there, like with the touch for continuous focus as well as exposure, so you can actually adjust the exposure on your shots and things like that. There are a few other things there. This records at 1080p, and we're going to take some photo samples as well as video samples, so you guys get a good idea of how this thing actually handles, as you see me taking a selfie there. So watch the video, look at the photos, and then we'll come back and round up this review. Using the camera off the Moto G 2015 third edition. This is the same camera you would find on the Nexus 6, and there's no OIS, so I'm just going to walk lightly over to that corner over there, or at least closer, and you guys get a good idea of how well audio sounds off this, as well as images. Now, doing something that my good friend Juan Bagnell does is just showing you transition between a lighter to a shaded area and back again, showing you how well the camera handles all that. And of course, you're getting the idea of how well the camera handles noise. So all the cars that were passing by, as well as you know, me talking at the same time. So I'm going to stop moving for a little bit, because, you know, like I said, there is no IS on this camera, but it does a good job recording in 1080p, so you guys can see that. And I'm going to go ahead, take some more photos, attach it to this, and you guys will get a good idea. Now the camera performs similar to what you'd expect with the Nexus 6 camera. It's good in daylight, low light conditions, not so great. Video recording is actually pretty good. But I also mentioned this device is also water resistant, which is a great additive for a budget smartphone. So think about it, you're paying $179 and you can literally drop this into your sink, your washer and dryer, whatever the case may be, or you might just have an accident or spill, and you can take your Moto G out or play with it there, wipe it off, and use it. And still functions. I'm gonna get a towel, I'm just gonna wipe this down, and you see here that that's a really nice additive for a device that, or at least for a function that usually will find on more high-end devices. But Motorola has brought this to the Moto G, and you have protection on your device. It works well, you don't have any issues with it, and you can still do a lot. So I really like the IPX7 protection here on the Moto G, and I think that's something a lot of people should add. And you know what, this really brings a change to that budget smartphone. So the Moto G 2015 3rd edition is a fast functioning smartphone with just great performance, great battery life, and a few additives in Motorola that don't actually make this thing crap out. You know, the Hello Moto functionalities, assist, the actions display work very well and keep your device working smoothly. I really can't say anything bad about this device. I recommend it. The price point is good, performance is fantastic. So if you have any questions or any comments, let us know. Otherwise, like, share this video, subscribe to the channel, and always enjoy your entertainment.